Well, hi everybody, and welcome back to another video. This is your Shelf Stable Kitchen. Today for my grocery haul, what I decided to do, because I didn't necessarily need to go to the grocery store, I only needed a couple things, and I'll show you what those couple things are in a second, but what I wanted to do was mainly focus on how to build your own shelf stable pantry. So from here on out, each week, I'm gonna invest a few dollars with my grocery haul to set aside into my pantry, and I'm gonna show you guys how quickly that food will accumulate, and in no time, you won't need to go to the store on a regular basis. So what I decided to do, because I didn't really need to go to the store, I only needed to grab two things, and that was some heavy cream and some wild rice for a recipe that I'm making for dinner this week. I just bought a few things that I needed for the refrigerator, a couple odds and ends like organizing, I'll show you, and then the rest of it was all shelf stable items that I can throw in the pantry, and when I need them, they're gonna be there. So let me turn you around and let me show you what I bought on our first episode of creating that shelf stable kitchen. Okay, the first thing that I picked up was a bag of all-purpose flour. This was about $2.29. Normally I would get the organic flour, only because of the ingredients. We'll go over that in another video, but this will suffice for now. For a recipe that I'm making this week, it called for some wild rice. I have wild rice somewhere, but it is in a tote that is buried and I need a monitor to get it down. So I just picked up a package of already made long grain and wild rice for my recipe for tomorrow. And then what I did is I went ahead and just bought this container. This is a 24-ounce container of wild rice for $2.99. It was far cheaper than the bag of rice, which I think had 25 ounces, and it was almost $8. I was out of cinnamon, so I bought a jar of the Good Flavor Organic Cinnamon. These are running $2.99. I picked up a bigger one to throw in my pantry, so I'm just gonna take this one to refill the smaller jar when that time comes. Also, to put in my pantry, I picked up a can of hominy as well as a can of tomato sauce. Now, the hominy and the tomato sauce are about to expire. They're going to be expiring here within, I think, the hominy expires in August, and I think this expires like in May. Best if you, May 2025. I also got a can of diced potatoes and a mixed cut green beans. I picked up a can of cream and mushroom soup as well as cream and chicken soup. Just gonna throw that in my pantry. There are meals that you can make out of them. I found these for $1 each. When we're fasting, sometimes it's nice just to have some broth to sip on. So I found a bone broth and chicken, ginger ramen, and this chanterelle mushroom. We picked up some gnocchi. I love gnocchi. You can use these in all kinds of recipes, from chicken and dumpling. Replace your dumpling with gnocchi. You can fry these. I like my gnocchi with pesto sauce more than I do a tomato sauce, and then I also like it with a cream sauce. So that's gonna go good in a few recipes. And then I picked up, these are just an unlabeled no brand, but these are buckwheat noodles or soba noodles. We absolutely love them. So I picked up another pack of that because summer's coming and I love pasta salad. So this would be a great way to have something nice and refreshing without having to heat up the kitchen all day trying to cook a meal. I also picked up a bag of lentils and a bag of pinto beans. Lentils cook a lot quicker than all the other beans, thus saving you a lot of time and resources. The beans, you can just throw these in your Instant Pot. You can prep them and use the whole bag all at once and set them aside so you can have it for meals throughout the week, or you can just portion it off and use only what you think you're going to use. Everybody's different in how they like to prepare their legumes, so I'll leave that up to you, but for now, these are gonna get put in my pantry. I also picked up a bag of shells. This is just a 16-ounce, 1-pound bag. They were $1.19, and I got them because the only ingredient is the durum wheat semolina. I don't buy pasta anymore unless it's made with just this one ingredient, although I still have that pasta available to me because I've purchased it in the past before I learned the difference. So this is what I picked up just to throw back into my pantry. I spent a total of $86 today at the grocery outlet. $50 of that I had on a gift card, so $38 of that went on to my that I paid cash for. Now I needed to put some things in my refrigerator. Every week or so I go to the grocery outlet and I buy the heavy whipping cream. This is the only heavy whipping cream that I can find that just has cream. It does not have carrageenan or any other kind of emulsifier. So I found that it really does taste better. I picked up another package of Black Forest ham just because I like to roll them up and have them with some cottage cheese, fruit, sliced vegetables, and olives, things like that, when I'm not feeling terribly hungry. I went ahead and just picked up a pack of chicken thighs. Those were $6.06, and then I picked up a pound of ground beef. This is the 93.70. These were $5.99. And then I got a pack of the Tillamook Colby Jack cheese, 10 different packages in here for $2.99. So these are going to kind of go with like salads, or Amato can take them for work to snack on, whatever he wants. So that's going to get put back into my freezer and into the refrigerator. And then we have all of our shelf stable kitchen items, pantry items. Now, I also did purchase a few other things that are not related to the grocery haul, but since we're already here, I'm going to show you what I picked up. These were on the clearance section. There were 5 of them. They were 98 cents each. And these are Porky's Porchetta, the whole food cubies. I got these for Sam and Lauren's dog, Ivy. They're just little puppy treats. So I got 5 bags of those just so we can show her a little love as well. I also picked up 2 cans of this Natural Balance tuna and shrimp cat food for this Wednesday when she pops around and is looking for something to eat. If you don't know who Wednesday is, she is our neighborhood stray cat, and she is just absolutely adorable. I love her so much. When we move, I'm going to put a collar on her and take her with us. I picked up one of these containers for the fridge, but I think I'm going to use it for something else. In a previous video, I was talking about how I was trying to organize some of the items in my pantry in the garage. So I got one of these, and then I got 3 of these like longer type containers. These are all Martha Stewart. They were $5 each. So 15, 20, and then these 25, and these were 79 cents each. So for about $30, I picked this up, and then the rest really just kind of went onto the gift card that I had. So the goal of starting the shelf-stable kitchen is to help not only myself, but everybody else build the kind of kitchen that they can support themselves from. Even though they may have lost power, they may have lost a job, somebody may be ill, whatever reason. Your food is your insurance policy, and we've been watching prices increase over the past several years through both administrations. And the only way that you can make sure that you have enough for you and your family is to buy a little extra every time you go to the store. And if you can buy even a little bit more, then I would recommend doing that. So what that means is every week when you go to the grocery store, or maybe you shop once a month, but when you go to the grocery store and you're buying your milk and eggs and cheese and all your fruits and vegetables and all your canned stuff that you're going to use for the month to feed your family, grab an extra bag of flour, grab an extra bag of sugar if you can. If you can only grab an extra bag of flour, do it. If the following month all you can grab is an extra bag of sugar, do it. If the following month you can grab 20 cans of, I don't know, diced potatoes, corn, peas, green beans, do it. So my goal of the shelf-stable kitchen is to kind of put into play what I'm already practicing. So I have all aspects of my pantry kind of put in place. So I have some items that are vacuum sealed, and some items are in Mylar bags. I have some items in glass jars. I have some items in cans. I have some items freeze dried. I have some items dehydrated. So no matter the situation, you can survive and take care of your family, feed your family without having to go to the grocery store. And it doesn't even really matter for how long. The less dependence we have on the grocery store, the better. If we can grow our own food, that is even better. And no, you don't need a lot of space. But there is a learning curve. You have to know the plants that are able to grow in your area, and you want to make sure that you're growing with the seasons. And if you're not doing that, support your local farmers and go to your local co-op or farmers market if there's one near you. And then buy in abundance there, and then you can take that home and you can either freeze dry it or you can dehydrate it yourself. So for the summer, when the Walla Walla onions, they're so good. They're like candy, and I don't even like onions. They're gonna be on sale. I can get a 25-pound bag for super cheap, and I can dehydrate them. I can can them, which is not my favorite. I prefer to dehydrate them, and I'll have them at the ready. If you want to chop them up and freeze them, you can do that too. So there's so much to talk about in terms of the shelf-stable kitchen. So I want to encompass all aspects of that over time. Obviously, we can't do it in one video, but I'm just kind of brainstorming to you guys, letting you know what's on my mind. So if you're into that kind of content, I encourage you to subscribe. I would love it if you subscribed, like my video, share it with somebody who you think it might be interested in this kind of content. It is going to be fairly new, so I don't have much in way of a catalog for people to look at, because I've just been doing some cooking videos and more recently kind of like some vlogging. So I thought I would just kind of maybe change up a little bit and do something a little bit different and show you kind of what I've been up to behind the scenes, because that's kind of more me. Thanks for watching my video, everybody, and I'll see all of you in the next one. Bye.